Hey everyone, Nick Davies here. Oh, cat's just running past me. Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever you're listening to this. What is striking me today? What's jumping out for me today? Well, today it's patterns. What patterns are you executing on? What principles are you using that perhaps you're not aware of? Early on in my career, that I really just fell into, I just approached it by doing the things I thought were the right way to do things. Meaning, if someone told me to do something, I did it. If something had to be done at a certain time, then I did it. That the more I do something over and over, the better I can get at it. I didn't really know at the point that I was doing those things, but looking back now, it's a bit clearer to me. What was I doing to get me to where I want to be? After I've been there for a few years, after being in that kind of industry for a few years, it doesn't really matter what industry it is. My boss, or I had bosses that told me that I was good at what I was doing. Okay. And they would give me specifics about the things that I did, meaning the activities that I completed, the tasks that I ticked off. Right, that's helpful on one respect because they're telling me that I'm doing a good job. Great. But what really didn't talk to was the principles. But I did have one boss that talked to me about being a postman. He called me the postman. He said, "You always deliver." And it was funny at the time, but thinking about it now, what that really meant was, for me, the thing that held me best, that gave me the best patterns, that put me in the best stead, was doing the things that I knew how to do consecutively, continuously. Right? Doing the things over and over, meaning delivering on what was expected from me. It wasn't necessarily the quality of what I was delivering, wasn't necessarily the way that I was delivering it, it was the fact that it was delivered. So for me, earlier on in my career, it was about just delivery, because I could build a reputation around just getting things done. And if I've got a reputation around getting things done, people are going to give me more things to do, and I can build on that. And today it's different for me, of course, and I'm sure today is different for everyone than it was back in the early days, but think about where you are in your business or your career now. If you're just starting out and you're doing well, or you're not doing well, conversely, what are the things that you're doing principally, what are the foundation principles that you're using to make you successful? Or not? If you're not doing well, what are the things that you should stop doing, or that you could get rid of out of your business or out of your career to make some steps forward? Think about it in your business. Are you profitable right now? Do you have good cash flow? If you do, what are the principles that you're living by? Right, and that might sound obvious sometimes, but really think about it. Check in with yourself. Because from a career point of view, it's really important to have those. Because once you understand what your growth points have been that have led now to your strengths, you can start to utilize them even more. Focus on them, maximize, leverage those growth points, then you can minimize some of the things that you're weaker at and try to get better at those. So here's my invitation to you guys for today. In your business or in your career, think about two or three patterns that you have shown over your career, whether you've been doing something for a long time or you're new at something. And here's the other part of it. If you are new at something or you're starting a new business, the things that made you successful, the last thing you're doing career or business wise, will make you successful in what you're doing now. It might not be the exact application, but the principles is what we're talking about here. So how can you take those over to what you're doing now? And what you're doing now, think about two or three things principally that you're doing that make you successful. Make it crystal clear about what those things are. If you're not sure, that's okay. Just think about what they could be and write those things down. And the more that you associate yourself with that, the more clear it will get and the more success you'll have. Take care. Thanks guys. Thanks for listening.